We are back. Thanks for staying with us. We have quite an interesting discussion right here on the couch. And with me is Mosumola. She's a seasoned and well-experienced community pharmacist of over 24 years. She's the founder of Menopause Support Nigeria, a non-governmental organization that's focused on menopause, both in men and women, from the age of 38. And this morning, guys, we'll be talking about nutrition and menopause. You're welcome to the show.
Very much.
Thanks for being here. Now, you said something in your introduction that caught my attention. Menopause for men and women?
Yes.
Do men also reach menopause?
Yes, men also go through menopause.
Wow.
In simple terms, let's define what menopause is.
Yes, we need to do that.
Menopause simply means it's a systematic body change, and it comes in transitions. We have perimenopause. That's the early stage of menopause.
And what's the age bracket when this
Gone are those days when people think that menopause starts at 51.
Okay.
To shock you, menopause most of the time right now starts as early as sometimes 35, 38.
35.
38, 35, 38. Your body system start changing, and that's where you call the perimenopause stage.
Okay.
During this perimenopause stage, you have your hormones. That's the estrogen and progesterone. Most of the time is the estrogen starts to dwindle. The number of days either goes up or it goes down. But you still see your period, and then your period starts going down. Then menopause is 24 months without you seeing your period at all. 12 months consistently, consecutively without you seeing your period. And when you don't see your period at all, maybe years after that stage, then you talk about the postmenopause. During this stage, the estrogen level goes down, and it affects every organ of the system. And that is why, and that is where your nutrition comes in. At this stage, estrogen, before you get to this stage, most of the time, all the time, the estrogen is necessary for activating certain minerals in the body system. And once the estrogen level goes down, you have deficiencies of all these nutrients. And that is what gives rise to most of the signs and symptoms. When it affects the bone, it gives rise to osteoporosis. That is the thinning of the bones.
Yes.
And it affects the vitamin D, calcium, magnesium.
What about iron?
Iron. Then when it affects the heart, once the estrogen level goes down, it affects the heart. It can give rise to cardiovascular diseases, heart attack. It can give rise to increase in cholesterol level. And that is why we have to talk about nutrition in management of the stages.
Now that you have mentioned all of this, I mean, how it affects our heart health and our bone health. Now let's talk about... It
affects more than that, every system.
of
When it affects the brain, the temperature center, the hypothalamus, that is what gives rise to hot flashes.
Okay.
When it affects your skin, you have dry, itchy, scaly skin. When it affects your digestive system, it gives rise to constipation. Or your system, you just continue to have diarrhea from time to time, irritable bowel movement or syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, and you probably ask yourself what is wrong with you. And then when it affects the sleep center, you have insomnia. So menopause is a syndrome, collection of many signs and symptoms. And that is why we need to talk about the diet.
Now let's talk about managing our, nutrition.
Okay.
Or managing our menopause with our nutrition.
Okay.
With our daily diet.
Okay.
So what are the things that we need to, or the nutrients, or the foods that we need to, pay attention to, that we need to eat daily to help us, manage our menopause?
Okay. The first thing first that we must have in mind is eating a balanced diet. At this stage, some people will say, oh, don't eat eggs. Eggs are found to be very, very nutritious in calcium,
So are you talking boiled eggs now or fried eggs?
Most of the time, boiled egg. At
Okay.
this stage, we have to reduce unsaturated fats. Not that they should not be in your diet. They will be in your diet.
You need to reduce
But
it.
you need to reduce them. And then we have to eat in portions. Eggs are very, very effective.
Okay.
They help to protect the heart. They help to reduce the cholesterol level. And also they will help to watch the weight. When we're talking of balanced diet, your food must consist of carbohydrates. You have the starchy, heavy carbohydrates,
That's mostly rice.
rice, pasta, and then you have the light carbohydrates when you're talking about sugars. Your diet must always include
More starchy
more
foods.
starchy foods,
Okay.
but in proportion. Not that you shouldn't. People will tell you, I want to lose weight, I should go only on proteins. No. Your food must be balanced. You can have as many as 5, 6 classes of different foods on your plate. If you're taking rice, maybe 2 or 3 spoonfuls of rice.
Okay. When you
You
say
take-
spoons, is it the teaspoon, the
Okay, maybe we're
feeding
talking
spoon, or
about
the cooking spoon?
cooking spoon. One of that should be okay.
Okay.
Lots and lots of vegetables, green vegetables, leafy vegetables. In our environment, have found these vegetables to be very effective. Ugu, uziza, or chasi. They are very, very nutritious. They are found to contain calcium, magnesium, iron, vitamin B.
So in a nutshell, once you realize that you're reaching the stage of menopause, make sure you have a balanced diet. More starchy foods in, portions, small portions, more veggies, more protein, but make sure the 6 classes of foods are on your plate. Thank you so much, Musumola, for this, enlightening discussion. I'm sure someone watching right now is saying, okay, you know what? For breakfast, I am definitely having this.
Just before we go on, we need to mention this water.
Okay, quickly, please. Quickly.
Water.
Is very, 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 very important. But hey, the conversation continues, of course, next week. Wednesday on the show. But for now, we'll have to head over to the kitchen with Winfrey. Of course, she's over there with the chef. What's cooking, baby?